Race in the Race. We're joined by radio talk show hosts Heidi Harris and Leo Terrell. Heidi, let's start with you. I mean, this is getting to be a pretty tedious subject, this he said, back and forth. How do you figure it started, and who is to blame, if anyone, for it?
Well, Barack Obama did it this time, talking about race, saying that John McCain's campaign was going to portray him as a guy with a funny name and that he wasn't the right color to be on currency. Are you kidding me? I cannot believe that he even said that. John McCain has never said anything like that in any aspect of his campaign, and Barack Obama was so far out of line for saying that, he deserves any kind of repercussions he gets.
Leo, I mean, so far out of line. Do you think John McCain was out of line in doing what he did, saying what he said, what his campaign has said?
Yes, Mike, because it's not just Barack Obama made those comments on numerous prior occasions. But the real issue, Mike, and I wish Heidi would tell me the Republican strategy of having blonde, blue-eyed Paris Hilton, blonde, blue-eyed Britney Spears in a commercial for trying to attack Barack Obama. The subtle message there, Mike, is, white women, black male, that's a no-no, and I guarantee you that is a subtle message of the race card. I want someone to tell me what was the purpose of that. What was the political message? It was to send, Mike, a message of race. Black and white women with black men is a major no-no. Someone tell me the logic behind that.
I can't believe you see it that way. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. You know, Halle Berry's in the middle of suing. I can't believe that you thought that was a race issue.
Historically, let's not all speak at once. Leo, let me tell you before we get to Heidi. I didn't see what you saw in that commercial. I thought it was distinctly different from the Harold Ford commercial, which was purely aimed at dividing that state on race, on a racial basis, the Harold Ford commercial. If we have it, can we show it? I don't know whether we have it or not, to refresh people's minds.
Is he ready to lead?
Here's the Obama ad.
Gas prices soaring. Barack Obama says no to offshore drilling. And says he'll raise taxes.
I just didn't get it, Leo. So tell me where you're coming from on this.
Mike, the logic is simply this. There are certain people who may be on the fence about Obama. The fact that an African American, they may not make the leap in logic in seeming that it's a harmless commercial. They may think that he's linked to those two women. They may find that offensive, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. But for those people who are not informed, may find that offensive.
But Leo,
two white women, a black man. Yes, Mike.
Leo, I don't want to cut Heidi out of this, but based upon that definition of what you perceive some people might take from that commercial, those people were never going to vote for Barack Obama in the first place, if that's what they're thinking. If that's what's going through their diseased minds, this white woman and a black guy, they were never going to vote for him.
But here's my point, though. It's the image and the mindset of what is the political message, Mike? Somebody tell me, what is the political message of putting Britney Spears and Paris Hilton in those commercials? What's the political message?
Heidi, go ahead.
There's no political message. The message is this: those girls are vacuous human beings who do not further anybody's dialogue. Okay, they're an embarrassment to those of us who are blonde. And the point that the commercial was making is Barack Obama has that rock star appeal, just like Paris Hilton, just like Britney Spears. That was the point. It wasn't about white versus black. I can't believe you see that in the commercial. That's not what was intended.
Yes. All right, Heidi. Let me ask you now, Heidi. Is there anything wrong? Do you think there's anything wrong with an American politician, a United States senator, who's capable of drawing 200,000 people in Berlin? Is there something wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, except they had rock concerts where they had some very popular people in Germany performing concerts prior to him getting there. I don't know if all those people are going to show up to see Barack Obama.
Wait a minute. You just took me right off the trolley tracks here. What does a rock concert before Barack Obama's speech have to do with anything?
They had people performing there to attract the crowd. Now, of course, the crowd could have left and not stuck around for Barack Obama's speech, but let's be honest, all those people were not flooding to see Barack Obama. I wouldn't care if they were, by the way, but they weren't in that case.
Leo, let me ask you, who do you figure, if anyone, loses or wins when this discussion is about race in this country?
Oh, no question about it, Mike. John McCain, because McCain's comments alienate those in the middle. Oh, he's trying to heat up his conservative base. He doesn't have a conservative base, but he is known for being an independent, a moderate. playing the race card, Mike, turns off independents and moderate Republicans. Because you know what? This country is far past that. And this is the problem that McCain did. He is trying to attack Obama with everything. And Mike, the irony is these comments were made 3 different occasions as early as June of this year. Why is McCain bringing up these comments now? Because his campaign is in trouble, Mike.
Okay, I want both of you to take a look and a listen at what John McCain said today when he was asked whether he brought up the issue of race in the campaign.
I didn't bring up the issue. I did not bring up the issue. Senator Obama did 3 times in one day. And his campaign later retracted it. So I think it's pretty obvious that at least they acknowledge that. So he brought up the issue of race. I responded to it because I'm disappointed, and I don't want that issue to be part of this campaign. And since his campaign retracted it, I'm ready to move on.
So, Leo, let me ask you, first of all, what do you think of John McCain's statement earlier today, and do you think John McCain is a racist?
No, he's not a racist. His campaign staff, Mike, his campaign is in trouble. He's attacking. He's trying to attack Obama in all different ways. And he went to the lowest card of all, the race card. And, Mike, you know, Obama is stating the truth. His name is different. He is a person who's doesn't look like the other 43 presidents. He's stating the obvious. McCain needs the race card, Mike, because it infuriates certain people, like you said, who will never vote for Obama, but wants to bring this case down. As you look, Mike, in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, people stated very clearly race was an issue in their decision making. And I'm telling you, McCain's strategy knows that, and race is to his disadvantage because it's going to hurt him with the independents and the moderates, Mike.
Leo, you just picked out 2 states. I got to tell you, I'm sitting here today in Massachusetts. Race is an issue in this state as well as 49 other states. But in any event, Heidi, what's your response to John McCain's comment earlier today?
Well, you know what? I think he said the right thing. He's not the one who brought it up. Let's not forget that it hasn't been that long since Barack Obama referred to his own grandmother as a typical white person. Now, if John McCain had referred to anybody in any context, because if John McCain had ever said anybody was a typical black person, John McCain would be out of the race. Barack Obama calls anybody a typical white person, and he gets away with it.
He called his mother. He called his own grandmother.
No, his grandmother.
A typical white person.
Right. That's right. But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What's a typical white person, Leo? Am I a typical white person? What's a typical white person? We want to know.
You're not running for president, okay? Hey, listen, let's not forget this. Last time I checked, Barack Obama is half black and half white. How can a guy who's 50 and 50 play the race card? Please explain that to me. He's not 100% black like me. He's half black and half white.
I know that, Leo.
So what is it?
I'm aware of that. So but he's the one who used the phrase a typical white person. That's what I don't know what Barack Obama
He's
thinks
half
a typical
white,
white person
Heidi.
is. White people
Heidi,
would love to know.
Heidi,
Newsflash.
He's half white.
Let me ask each of you this.
I know.
Someone sitting at home tonight in Iowa, in Wisconsin, in Oregon, Texas, wherever, watching this program, who just received notice that they're getting laid off in 2 weeks or their hours are being cut back. Someone who has to choose this weekend between filling the gas tank or taking the kids to a movies. Do you think they're interested in hearing this conversation that we're having about race? Do you think they're interested in hearing Barack Obama and Senator McCain talking about race?
You know what, Mike? The sad part about it, as you articulated all those important issues, you tell me historically what drives this country. That's emotional fear, race, religion, and sex. And they play all the time. But you're right. The focus is gas. The focus is unemployment. But I guarantee you, it's these collateral issues that campaign strategists use, like in McCain, to get people off the major issues that you just articulated.
Heidi?
You know, it seems to me that most Americans, every Americans I know are just tired of the race issue. I thought we had gotten past it, and I hate when I hear things like this because it makes me realize we haven't gotten past it, and it's a shame.
Everyone knows.
Go ahead, Leo.
Race
quickly.
is always, unfortunately, an issue. Race is, unfortunately, always an issue. It will always be an issue as long as we are in this country. You know that as well as I do.
Leo Terrell, Heidi Harris, thanks very much.
Leo, we have less raises.
You can take it off the air.